Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. So I did a little bit more play on these. This morning did some fun stitching, some messy stitching. I'd say you could see it from the back, but not really because I have like an ecru color on the back. So it just blends in with everything. But, oh, I missed one. That's okay. I can go back and get that. Hey, Bananas. Hey, JMH. There's some messy stitching on here. I was playing with my different stitches. So there's one that's like a, I don't know, like a scallop type thing. And I put a little rectangle there. I might actually end up putting something there. I don't know. Because it kind of looks like I made a frame there. And then there's this one. This one I just did a free flow like stitching and then just a few like zigzag back stitches here and there. Hey, Di. So I'm determining whether I want to start cutting this up or not yet. Hey, Susan. I don't have any specific intentions for these as of yet. So I feel like I should probably hold off on cutting them. I think I'm going to hold off on cutting those up. No. Because I really want to, but then I'm just like, okay, but what am I going to do with them? He's like, don't know. Okay. Let's see. Let's get more here. Oh, they probably could. Because they are about a little over 7.5 wide. Albeit they're not straight at all. By 11. So they make 3 3/4 by 11. Or regular journal covers. I think they would be fantastic as journal covers, actually. That would be fun. I think I might make those in the journal covers. I just heard something beat and I was really confused. Let's clean up these edges a little bit. Hello, Desiree. That's not going to do much there. No. Okay. Question is, I think I like this side better. Then what if I do? Kind of want to make this a little bit more robust. I mean, I guess I could back it. That's the other one. Nah. You do need to thicken this up though, for sure. Or just layer another one of these on. Then after I get the spine folded in, then I can collage or slap something else on them. Morning, Michael. All this stitching in. Blue booger. Okay. Set that aside for a moment. And get a little bit of balance between top and bottom. It's not quite as big as the front. Okay, there we go. That'll work just fine. Okay. Boom, 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 boom. All that is dry. I'll light this up real quick. Go over there. Okay, down. Okay. Yes. I can ink that one up a little bit. Okay. All right, I'm going to do similar other ones, but I'm going to grab different inks. That one and the blue. I think that one will be fun. Alrighty. Now, I think that one's going to go with that one, and this one's going to go with the sepia one. Pull all the threads in again. No, when I put that back in the water. So, what's everyone doing? Everyone getting their breakfast in, getting ready for work? What's going on? I know Di's probably about trying to head to bed, or will be. Just started noticing this stuff kind of smells like vinegar. Never had a glue smell like vinegar before. Now, instead of putting it back in the water, I will put it back on here. Let's get this one. Hello, Lydia. Good morning. Good morning, John. Oh no! Bananas, that's my go-to for when I get lattes or dirty chais. Well, actually, I switch it up, but depending on what flavors I add into the espresso beverages, because I always change it up. Like if oat milk is more complimentary or almond milk is, whatever. or soy. Soy is really good in dirty chais. I like dirty chais as long as the coffee house knows how to make them. Because there are some coffee shops where, especially if you get like an iced dirty chai, they will use a already brewed coffee concentrate instead of putting fresh espresso in it, which for me defeats the purpose. It's a dirty chai. Dirty chai is a chai latte add espresso, not coffee concentrate. So yeah, I'm a little particular when some coffee shops make the dirty chai. Okay, now I can put this away. Okay, now this is. Okay, just write this down. Oh no, you're fine, John. I did my I would say finished, but I'm not 100% sure they're 100% finished. Um, but I completed my master boards well enough that I feel like they could be journal covers. So right now I am just backing them for a little extra support. So I don't know if you've been watching the progress on them, but here's one of them. This morning I did a bunch of stitching on them. I did some fun, messy stitching here and there. So yeah. So there are those. Hello, Amy. All right. So I may actually set these aside because they are obviously like soaked. You guys saw all the glue I slathered on there. So that might have to sit until I get home to work on them again. Right. Okay. Let's see. I have strips down here that have nothing on them. That's what I could do. I think I am going to. I'm going to try to do a steampunk base type thing. I have all these strips from cutting down petty prints and other things, so I'm just going to rip these all down. Hey, hen! Those over there. Oh my gosh, I just had one of those Volkswagen commercial like songs just pop in my head. Hello, Brenda. The ones that I'm trying to figure out like where I'm trying to remember where I usually see those Volkswagen commercials. How's it go? Are you having any fun? What you getting out of living? Shoot, how's the rest of it go? Having any fun? What you getting out of living? Don't don't matter about what you got. If you aren't having any fun, have a little fun. But like the way it's sung in the commercial, it sounds like it might be from a musical. I may be mistaken, but it sounds like it would be. Because it kind of gives me the vocalization as if it was from West Side Story. Like some of the Hispanic ladies. Having fun. What you getting out of living? Oh, what you got? You're not having any fun. Have a little fun. Ba-da-da-da. Cause for what you thinking. Yeah. It's Elaine Stritch. Okay. It wasn't my first. It's perfectly fine, hen. I'm not worried about it. She behaved herself, so not worried about it. Oh yeah. Yeah, so apparently someone from Hen's channel. Okay, now we're just gonna slap these down here. I'm just going to put them wherever, but I am going to make sure like they're square. I don't want them like cockeyed or anything. And some of them are going to, but she said, she had been sent them to me. Oh. Brenda, is that part of the same song? Oh, so someone followed you to my channel and then they said, Oh, by the way, Casey's over here. And then, boom, sent the link. Ah. Oh, it is the same song, huh? Yeah, I only know the part that they do for the Volkswagen commercial. What you got if you're not having any fun? Have a little fun. Da 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 da. Posted it while I was on. Oh, okay. The message she got. Oh, from the other person who saw your community post. That's what they sent her, or that's how she interpreted it. That's funny. Alrighty. I know, Brenda. Isn't it funny? Oh, so that's how he actually said it to her. That's funny. Mum's the word. I agree. That shows where their heart is. Some people won't even do that anymore. Some people would rather put them in hospice or whatever than have it impede on their own lives. So I definitely commend her for that. I mean, you could do either. Just depends on what your preference is. I usually get a lot of my stuff from other people that sell online on YouTube and stuff, so I like doing it to promote them. So, but it's also fun to show what you got. Oh, there's a big pile of magazines. It's also kind of fun to show what you got and potentially help enable other crafters to get some, especially when you I already lost my train of thought. Especially when you show what you do with them. Open now, seal it back up, and then unbox it on a video. There you go. Act like you're all surprised all over again. Oh, it isn't sealed to begin with. Oh, was it a marketplace find or what? I put out a request on a local. Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, what's the question? Okay, you could have just done that to start. Do, 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 do. Ba-da-da-da-da. We'll go ahead and put you there. Since it's kind of a limited space. Now, after I get all these in place, I'm going to go over the whole thing with gesso. And then we'll play with some colors and everything. We should have plenty of time to get through all that. Well, fun. Now, Hen, have you done gel plating? Or gel printing? Plating? Printing, plating? Do you do... Okay, what do you usually do when you... with magazines? Do you just do glue books or collage? Because you can do mono printing with those magazines if you have a gel plate. Mono printing is fun. I'm not good at mono printing myself, but I have seen people's results, and they do come out pretty cool. Ah, so do you like decoupage with them and stuff, or what? Mostly collage? Okay. I don't really play with magazines much. I think it'd be fun to find a magazine that like actually piques my interest with the imagery and everything, and actually use it in some of my master boards. But I think the part that mainly gets me that I don't like about magazines, I don't like the gloss that's on them. not have a gel plate. You can get similar results using silicone mat instead. Oh, see, I didn't know that, Lydia. Thanks for that. Cool. My first set of videos was using nothing but free junk, and I got the free mags from supermarkets. Oh, cool. Yes, I've seen people make like boho beads and stuff like that out of magazines. Those always turn out really cool. You just like tear them down into strips and you roll them. We actually at the last retreat Michael and I went to, um, we learned how to do like boho beads and everything. I think we played with the idea of fabric or paper, and then the core of it was a straw. And then we wrapped wire around it, and then had like other beads or dangles like on the wire as it was wrapped on. Michael had a blast with that project. He came out with some really cool beads. I'd say he had more of a knack for it than I did, though, for sure. Certain things I can get right away and be like, okay, this is cool. I can just keep going at this. And then other things is like, I'm not getting it. No, I'm not getting it. I don't know how to put it together. I'm not getting it. I'm not getting a vision for it to make it look good. Yes. Let's see. You could go there, but I don't think I'm going to put you there. Same. Put you there. Okay. over to okay, the California is my favorite of the travel ones, but the Australia one has a couple of really nice. Ooh, fun hand. And the vision thing. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely get that, Amy. I have those moments for sure. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it don't. Now, okay, so most of these spots around here are too small for some of these. Okay, let's get these other ones filled before I do that. That one was like meant to be there. Okay. So one moment before I actually do what I was about to say I was going to do. Even cutting out words from his name. Yeah. Okay, I guess there's a few more spots to fill. Yeah, stop shifting. You go there and you stay there. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Let's rip up a few more of these strips. So, Hen, does Cherry create as well, or no? Or is she just a, a viewer on YouTube that pops in and chats? Because I know before I actually start putting content on my channel. Like I was just in the chats or just watching YouTube. She does behind the scenes stuff. Oh, okay, cool. That could be fun. Like staging, costuming, prop work, that type of stuff, or the digital part of it all. Oh, okay. So she's a research person. Gotcha. Oh, gracious me. Yeah. Octomod. That's fitting. I love that. That's funny. You also move. That's how I picture her trying to like mod all the channels. She's just surrounded by monitors. Like, what's his name from the Dark Knight movies? Why can't I think of the actor's name? He's a fantastic voice actor. He was God in Bruce Almighty. His character role was Lucius something or other. But yeah, he had a huge monitoring station in front of him. Morgan Freeman, that's it. I love like pretty much all of Morgan Freeman's movies. He's a really, really good actor. Ooh, let's play a game. Okay. Uh, what is your favorite Morgan Freeman movie? Or movie that had Morgan Freeman in it? He wasn't like the leading role. Either way. I may have to think about what mine is. Seven Deadly Sins, that was a good one. I liked that one. Well, that one was just called Seven. I know which one you're talking about. It was just called Seven. Shawshank Redemption, that was a pretty good one. Yep, Seven. Sorry, I know I've seen quite a few. Dragon Miss Daisy. I don't. It was an earlier one. I Oh yes, he was. Sorry, I had to look him up because I've seen a good chunk of his movies, but I can't readily. Oh, Bucket List. I loved him on Bucket List. Hey Carrie, good morning. Bucket List was fantastic. I need to watch that one again. That one was pretty good. Because it was with him and Jack Nicholson. Um, they were both dealing with some form of like illness. And Morgan Freeman's character was a very well educated man. But if I remember, he was a mechanic. Yeah, I think he was a mechanic, but he was very well educated. And Jack Nicholson's character, while he was in the hospital, he had a person who took care of him. Um, Brought in like this really special coffee that was it was very expensive coffee, and it was acquired from bat fecal matter. And from the sounds, if I remember right, Jack Nicholson's character was not aware of this while he was drinking it. No, it was bat. It was bat poop coffee. Pretty sure. Kopi Luwak. Let's give it a copy. Oh, okay. So both wrong. It was it was from a civet or civet. Um, but it's a cat-like animal, not a bat. I had to look it up, and it's like, what was the coffee and bucket list? Yep, because I think Amy, I think if I remember right, that uh, Morgan Freeman's character actually referred to it as that. It's like, no, thank you. I'd prefer not to drink it. Man, I want to watch that movie again. It's on Amazon. Okay. Actually, I might have it on DVD. Yeah, well, no, it doesn't make it any better. This entire time I thought it was from bat manure, but it was actually a cat like creature. I thought I thought there was an actual coffee though that is derived from um, uh, that's done just before I was born. I was born the next year. But there's a lot of movies I like from between the 60s and 90s. Well, I wouldn't say a lot. A good handful that I have seen I like. I keep moving this little pile. The pile just needs to stay there. It's one of those things that makes you wonder. It's like, okay, who decided that we're going to dig through some animal's leftovers and see if it has coffee in it, and then we're going to try brewing it to see if it still tastes good? Like, who like comes up with this stuff? I bet you it was a guy that thought it up. Some of us guys ask questions no one wanted answers to begin with. It's like, why would you even ask that? Curiosity. Curiosity got coffee from a civet cat. Oh, I was just thinking. Oh, I do. Okay. I just gotta think of where I put it. I have a bunch of I think they're balsa wood. I don't know. I have a bunch of wood gears and stuff I could add to this because this is just a base. Um, Actually, that might be something I add later on because I think this will end up being a cover just like the last one was. The last ones were words are difficult. Do da do da. Sat around doing nothing for too long. All right, bye, Hen. You have a good one. I think you're done talking about poopy coffee or fecal coffee. There we go. Sounds a little less childish that way. Everything we do, singing all the songs. This time, this time, dun, 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 dun. Bum, bada, bum, 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 bada, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, bum, bada, bada, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bada, bum, bum. Bada, bada, da, da. Okay. That should be enough for the moment. Yeah. Yes, I know this is a very tedious process, guys, but it's worth it in the end. I promise you. And just like doing those master boards earlier, this will be more of a steampunky master board. Just take this time and think. Take this time and think. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 ba-da-dum, bum. Ba-da-dum, ba-da-da-dum, da-dum. Dun, 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 dun. Da-da-da-da-da-dum. Hello, Sala. Good morning. So I should pull that thing over. There we go. Well, to start, let me step away from this for a moment. I'm working on a new masterboard, so it's going to be kind of this is the tedious process. It's going to be looking like welded panels and stuff like that. But I decided the masterboards I'd been working on the past few days, I did some sewing on them. So those are from the past couple days. Hello, Diana. So I went ahead and backed them with more of that packing paper. I just scrunched it up and went over with different ink pads. So this one was with a gray. This one was with a vintage sepia. And then this one I did with kind of what is it called? Garden patina. It's an archival. And I thought that worked with some of the cool colors in here. So, and then once these actually completely dry, I might go around and do like a stitch around the border just to make sure like it actually stays, which it shouldn't be an issue, but just in case. But those are still drying. Like I slathered a lot of glue on those, so those will hopefully be dry by the time I get home after work today, but if it's not, it's fine. Thank you, Desiree. Welcome back. But yeah, this is just this right here. I'm just creating a base at the moment, and then I'm going to put some gesso over the whole thing. Currently, I'm just creating the dimension or dimensions of it. So there's like a lot of layering going on. And yeah, some of the original like rectangles I put down may get covered, but I'm not too worried about it. Right, Diana? This is about as much of a jumble mess as that is. Luckily, I'm almost done with this part of it. She's doing good. It was a little wet outside when she went out. So, benefits to her though, when we come in after it's wet outside, we get our paws and everything wiped off and we get a treat. So she's had a treat this morning. Aw, thank you, Sal. I appreciate that. A lot of it I have learned over a given amount of time from other creators on YouTube, so I want to make sure they get credit. Granted, I can't name them all readily because it's a lot of inspiration from a lot of other people. So, yep, I agree. It's a whole part of the learning process. You gotta learn from someone to know where to begin. Well, we gotta do what we got to do to express ourselves, right, Diana? Otherwise, we go nuts or always agitated. Sala, that's me half the time, though. I swear. But if I'm not making a mess, I'm usually not having that much fun with it. Yeah, Diana, I think if anything, it's probably one of those things that I did. I had to discover that part of my brain. I mean, granted, I guess I have tapped into it a little bit, like just the creative side in general, but like being in show choir and all that type of stuff. But this is, I guess, a different section of the creative part of my brain. Something I'm debating on. Well, I can. Never mind. I was just thinking about doing some stitching on some of these, on some of the upper level ones. But I think I might do that after I gesso it. No. Yeah. Thank goodness for modern. I couldn't paint or draw anything that makes sense. Right, Sala? Yeah. I would definitely say I'm not one of those like realists, like painters or artists or anything, because I can't draw a person to save my life. I can barely draw a stick person to save my life. But I could smash a bunch of stuff together and make it look cool. Yeah, some people stare at art like that we would look at as like, what is going on there? And then the other people that are looking at, they see emotion or they see action or they see something else in it. Some people see music in it where that may not even be the original artist's intention. So yeah, like Diane said, it's all in the eye of the beholder. Maybe the one we're trying to save our lives from dies of laughter after seeing our artfully hurtful dies of laughter. Maybe if they're not wearing glasses like they're supposed to. Hey, everybody views beauty differently, whether it's an art or a person or nature or anything like that. So, okie dokie. And I probably didn't need to make that many more. Right, Sala. Hello, Robin. How are you this morning? I don't know why, but that also made me think of Frozen when Anna was younger. She's like, the sky's awake, so I'm awake. I agree. Feeling creative and actively being creative. I definitely get in those moods. So it's like I really, really want to create something, but I don't really have the energy to do it. My default for those days, though, is collaging or stamp collaging. Yeah, I've definitely done that, and I was just like, I don't get this. I definitely have done that, Diana. And like, what? I don't understand. Oh, like duct taping a banana to the wall. It's art, apparently. That I will never understand. Certain things to me are just completely goofy and off the wall. I'm just like, what? There was one. It was a mechanical one. It was a machine that kept cleaning up after itself, but like it would sputter out like all of its, I don't know, fuel or whatever, and then constantly like clean it up. It was just constantly cleaning up its own mess. But like I can see that being a metaphorical piece. Like that is just treating your flow. Right, Sala. Yeah. Yeah, I wonder if it was like an actual banana though, or if it was a faux banana. Because otherwise, what's the purpose? The banana sold twice. What? So someone bought it and then resold it, or what? I think that's one of those things that I would really, really like to talk to the artist. And I was like, okay, I need to know where your head was when you did this. He's like, just walked into the kitchen and saw a banana. I was like, oh, I could use a banana. And then walked down to the garage or something. It's like, oh, look, there's duct tape. I have an idea. That's how I imagine it happening. Soft. See, I could see that, Diana. People get paid for replacing the banana. Hmm. The designated banana replacer. Yeah, imagine that on your job description when you go to change jobs. Yes, I was the one that was designated to have the honor of replacing the banana that people decided was lunch. This joke has proven to be as this meetings. So the first time was just a joke, and then it's just become trends. I tell you, trends. Hello, Penny. We're all bananas over here talking about bananas. Just like that crazy for banana shows up. Right, Diana? So Sala, I wonder if that person that originally like started that like little joke, I wonder if that person's actually getting paid for all this. Like it, he just keeps racking in the money. Mm-hmm. Nope, I went there. I think he lost a bet and he's paying up for the artist. Wow. Now I want a banana. Oh my gosh, talking about bananas. I remember in show choir, one of our first competitions was local at the mid, what is it called, the Midwest Cup or something like that. And in our, I guess, communal show choir like gathering room where we had like snacks or whatever, um, someone brought like bananas and stuff like that, and I grabbed like a whole bundle of bananas, and I was just walking around the downtown area just eating bananas. And I think I had like two or three left. We went into Applebee's. It's no longer there, but like to the Applebee's in the downtown area, and I took the bananas in with me, and I had just finished one before the server came to our table, and so the peel was on the table on one of the napkins we already had from when we were originally sat down. And she was like, "You want me to take that for you?" It's like, "Yes, please." And then she comes back, and there's another banana peel sitting on the table because I just finished another one. And then by the time everybody finished their meals, there was another banana peel on the table. So she had to remove the banana peel like 3 times. She probably thought she was going nuts. I was like, I swear I just removed this. Solid. The banana and Sprite thing real? What are you talking about, Michael? You two monkeys dressed as a monkey. No, solid. This was in high school. This would have been, let's see, I think 2008, and I was with three, four other of my show choir mates. Uh, when we went to Applebee's. Apparently, if you eat a banana and drink Sprite, I don't know. I don't want to try it out because I like bananas and I like Sprite. I don't feel like trying to mix those together because then it would be pointless having either one. It'd be a waste. Okie dokie. Now, question is, I was trying to think if I want to cover it with just white gesso or black gesso. Well, if I want to add a bunch of colors, I think I'm going to start with white gesso. Man, I got just stop by to say hi. All right. Catch you later, Penny. Thanks for stopping in. Mm. And that's all dried up already. Put that there. I feel I do. Okay. So I have a bunch of die cut foam. That I might add, and I'm thinking about adding for a little extra dimension. I'm mainly wanting to put some numbers all over the place. So I think numbers would be fun on here. And with it being foam, should, in theory, remain flexible. I'm going to go to finish up the cover. I think that's all the numbers. Okay, the rest are all shapes and things. you. Let's see. Okay. Guys, see all the dimension on there now? That's what I was going for. Now, there's some of these numbers down for more dimension. These are just going to go randomly on here. And yes, I am putting these on backwards, and that is intentional. Now, I know from experience, gessoing this foam takes layers because it soaks in and everything. Hello, Carol. Welcome in. Just working on a little master board that I'll likely turn into a cover, depending on how well it turns out. Just put you there. Blend wooden layered emerald decor. Oh, okay. So we're both gluing. Got it. That works. Mm. Let's do another two now. Let's do another one. Okay. Let's see. Is there anything else I want to add? 3, 6, 8, 10, 11. Should probably add one more thing. And put this guy down here. Welcome back. We acquired another viewer while you were gone. Say hello to Miss Carol. Okay, luckily with art glitter glue, it doesn't take long for it to dry. I do have, ooh, these will be fun. Let's do some of those. See how many of those guys I can find. Those are really cool. And more little X's. No, darn. Me either. I think it's going to be so fun. Fortunately, I don't have any more of these guys. I think these are super cool, but I'm not sure what I cut those off of to begin with. Yeah, I don't know what I cut that off of to begin with, but I really like those. Hello, Brenda. I think one does need to come over here. Can you? I think like that works. I think that works. We'll go with that. Mm, yeah, right there. I wish I could play music in the background. Okay. Now what? Oh yeah, but I'm not the greatest at talking. Well, by myself, I'm not the greatest at talking. It's one thing if I have people starting a topic or whatever, and then I can like go off of that, but otherwise not the greatest conversation starter. Sala. Oh, speaking of bananas, um, those of you who haven't been on my channel for a while or new, um, there's one time I got from Patty Lang. She had this huge haul of railroad ledgers and documents and stuff like that. And I just happened to get um, the batch that was specifically banana freight. So like I had what was it, like 10 years worth of documentation of freighting bananas, because I saw it in the thing. I was like, wait, does this say bananas? And I started reading, and I was like, I got the entire selection of just bananas. So it was talking about how many thousands of bananas were shipped this day, and how many thousands of bananas was shipped like months before. I was like, what is this? It was so funny. I was like, and like every time she brings out some of those railroad ledgers or documents or whatever, it always gets brought up. And it's like, I remember these. And then everybody refers to the time I got all the all the banana documentation. I still have quite a bit of it, but I had like onion skin and stuff like that, so I can like decoupage with it and still see stuff like that was collaged underneath or whatever. But come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me bananas. Daylight come and more bananas there. Ah, I need to do like a banana train journal. I think that would be hilarious. All aboard the banana train. Identical. Granted, he won the height race. And he decided he needed holes in his ears. He needed you to be able to see through him. Because he actually has his ears gauged. Some people talk about windows to the soul. He has windows through his lobes. Oh, this is turning out so cool. Is that crooked? Oh, too late now. It's stuck. Oh, well. Okay. Now, is there anything else I want to add? Yeah, just wait until it gets like paints and inks and stuff on it. Oh. Well, oh, never mind. I thought I remembered what these came from. Oh, still don't know. Oh, maybe. I have actual hole reinforcers. The one older keeps his hair short. The one hair long. The older is easygoing, smiles, and Thomas his friend. My brother is the older one by about half an hour. And there's a few years there where my brother actually uh, did the whole long hair thing, but he was growing it out to be able to donate it uh, for kids who are going through like cancer and stuff like that. Good morning, Judy. Yeah, and then when it came time to cutting it, he had his daughter cut it off. They found a local salon or barber shop, whatever, that would allow her to uh, help him with that. Yeah, Brenda, we definitely look alike for sure. Um, and our personalities are relatively the same. Like, I mean, obviously, they they can't be the same, but we share a lot of the same character. traits and everything. Thank you, Sala. You have a good one. Yeah, I've never grown my hair out long enough to donate. I like being able to like actually like have fun playing and styling my hair, and having long hair is too much of a hassle for to do that for me. Especially with how like thin my hair is, it doesn't. Uh, I like volume with my hair, and it's hard to do that when my hair gets longer. Okay, I think that should be fine. I don't think I need any more of those guys. I think that's good. I think now I can actually go over it with gesso. Another layer of gesso, please. I need to put some glue on that corner. That corner's coming up. This is my last one on you, and I feel up everything I can carry to. Never really seen all these stories about you. So this time I think, just this time I think, this time you think. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Bum 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 ba da da da. Da 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 da. No, that's not what I want. That's not what I want either. Close, close, close. All right. Okay, I kept my brush wrapped in my baby wipe here to help keep the gesso moist so it didn't dry out and stiffen up my brush. Because I knew I was going to come back over with more gesso. So, like I said earlier, from experience, this foam is going to take multiple layers of gesso because it tends to absorb it. I mean, as it would, it's foam and it's porous, so. I'm trying to make sure I don't have any um, gesso wadded up along the edges of this because I want the numbers and the shapes to stay pretty sharp. When I go to actually add pigment and stuff. Just trying to get all the nooks and crannies in there. Okay, just checking all my angles, making sure I got inside all the crevices. But also avoiding too much along the edges. Cool. Okay. Wrap this back up for a moment because we're going to need another layer of gesso. But let me dry this real quick and then I'll add more. Hello, Epps. How's it going? Making sure it's not still tacky. Okay. Now, and do another layer, and then I'm going to leave it because I got to finish getting ready for work because I have to adult today. I'm just going to slap it here and there because I got a lot on here. You know, one thing that would also be awesome on here is some texture paste. Granted, stippling with how much gesso I put on here actually might add some extra texture. So I'll just move the excess all around. Don't want that little gesso booger in there though. There you go, most of the green is gone. Still may need to do another layer, but I won't be doing that today. Because I need to finish getting ready for work. I'm going to try to scrape out as much of this gesso out of this brush as possible. And we can pop it in there. I might add more just so when I get home today after work. Yeah. And then I can leave it overnight. But yeah. Yeah, so you can see all the different levels that's going on here. So I'm going to set that aside. Then I'll bring back what I worked on earlier, and then I'm going to sign off for the day. So this is that one of the masterboards we've been working on the last couple days. So, and then I backed it with some more packing paper that I crinkled up and then ran over with ink and then smoothed it out. So this is, well, I'm going to have to glue that down, but this is potential. All three of them are potentially going to be covers. So some of this stuff I might have to give it a little more glue love to. And there's this one. So that'll end up looking kind of like that. Or like that. I don't know. And this one. Kind of looks like a person with some hair, like some fun hair coming out. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to keep this one up here because that one I need to play with that. Yeah, that. Yeah, so you can usually find some good sewing machines. You can either find them at thrift stores, pawn shops, or even some antique stores. Some of your antique stores will have um, the good ones. Granted, you might have to go get them checked out, make sure they're operating properly, and get them cleaned. Marketplace is also good. Estate sales are really good for them because most estate sales, if you have any in your area, most of those are running and are operational because the person that was living there like used it frequently. So yeah. So all right, guys. Y'all have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for joining me. I think I'm gonna leave this on here for the thumbnail, but I will see you all later. I think the next live I scheduled is for Wednesday evening. Yeah, I think it's for Wednesday evening. If I don't see you in chat anywhere else, I will see you Wednesday evening on my channel. All right. Bye, everyone. Have a great Monday.